Hello and welcome to another video of Lua Basics in Dual Universe. In this video, I'd like to show you guys how to check the obstruction factor of an element. So if you see this element here, this aileron, is pretty red, meaning it's very obstructed. And if you see these ones over here, they don't have the highlight, so they're not obstructed. So the question is, how do we know how obstructed this is when we're placing it, especially if we're trying to place it somewhere where it's going to be obstructed, but we still want to get the best percentage we can. So let's take a look at our codex. F1, jump into the codex and look up engine. It's going to bring us to the element unit, or the element API under the engine unit, and we're going to go down to get obstruction factor right here. Returns the obstruction ratio of the engine exhaust by elements and voxels. This works for any element that can become obstructed. So let's close out of here, and I set up a programming board down here. Let's press Control L on it to get into the board. We're going to go to System, add a filter, and add an update filter. So when we link our elements, the first one is going to be slot 1. So that's what we're going to call slot1.getObstructionFactor. And we need a way to view this, right? So we're going to add a system print there. So let's wrap this system dot print. So we wrapped that. So now this should show us the obstruction factor of anything in slot 1. Right now there's nothing in there, so let's press number 6. We have to be in build mode for this. Press number 6. And let's grab this and link it to our board. So now as you can see, if I press Control L on the board, slot 1 is now linked. So our system print is going to print the obstruction factor of slot 1. So let's apply and let's turn on the board. Go out of build mode, activate. So now you can see it's at 0.47. And that's actually 47%. So let's Control L on here, system, update, and let's add times 100, apply, and let's go out of build mode and let's turn on the board. Now you can see at the bottom left we're at 71% obstructed for what we have connected in slot 1. As you can see, that's very red. So let's move it and see what happens. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to just try to find a flat spot here. That's not working. Let's do it on this right here. And let's try to set this up. I'm not going to get it really positioned perfectly right now. This is just for example purposes. But as you can see, as I'm moving it at the bottom left, the number is going down, and it takes some time to refresh its way down to whatever its current obstruction is at. So as you can see right now, it's at 19. It's going down to 14, 9. So the obstruction factor is just zeroed out. You can see it's still red, but that takes, that kind of comes and goes. It's not the most accurate. But as you can see, the readings now show that it is 0% obstructed. Sweet. So I do want to show you something here. If we jump into GitHub, I actually uploaded this for you, Get Obstruction Factor. So you can paste this in your board in an update filter and link one slot to it, and you will get it in system printed here. You can add more slots. Just change this slot 1 to slot 2 and add them onto it, and you can add multiple. I don't really recommend doing it that way though. One at a time is better for this because system print is going to get messy. I will even show you super quick. Let's press Control L, system, update. Let's paste this into a second one. And I actually, if you look in I added the round factor here to make it a little cleaner. So let's grab that. And we will add a second one. Alright, and now we just need to link a second slot there. Let's just apply and link tool. We got one, and let's grab another one. Out of build mode, activate it. Now you can see there are two, so as I move those two around, the second one should change for us here. So say I move this over here just to see what the obstruction is. You can see that number moving around. But as you can see, it's a little messy in system print. It's good for maybe one or two at a time. So I actually have this as well that a friend helped me put together. So I uploaded this for you. If you go into the link below, the GitHub link, get Obstruction Factor, the HUD here. Let's grab this, all this code, and copy it. Let's go back into our board, Control L, System, Update. Let's clear this out. Let's paste that in. This is the new code we're going to paste in. Now you'll see we'll actually have this on the HUD instead of system printed. So press Apply, go out of build mode, activate, and if you see at the top left there, we have the same numbers, but it is a little cleaner and we can add multiple. So now if I want to link a third one and redo the board, now we see the third one. And you can go up to 10 links on this to easily see your obstruction factor. And all you have to do is link and unlink what you want. So I can unlink two of these if I want, reset the board, and now it's just showing the one slot. If I want to add one, I'll just go into build mode, link, and shut off the board, turn it back on again, and now we're back to two of them showing us the obstruction factor. So you can easily go through and optimize your obstruction. I'm showing you this with ailerons, but you could easily use this with other elements. And just to prove that super quick, let's hit our link tool. These engines are horribly obstructed. And let's link that to the board here. I just got to turn the board back on. And it is showing 0% obstructed for that. Oh, it just took a minute. It seems to be flashing in and out. As you can see, it's not the most consistent for the obstruction factor, but it takes a minute, so it's taking a minute to kind of adjust to see exactly how obstructed that is. I hope they flesh this out a little better down the line, but for now, this should help you get it optimized to some extent. Cool.